Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the DST show. We are live for our finale, our final game, our grand finale, our grand bonanza. The Jets versus the Chargers. An inconsistent AFC West team before literally the better New York team. Sad to say, I'm so sorry. But sadly, the New York Jets that fall one game below 500, third in the AFC East. Bigger dogfight of a division over, we know, like, the Chargers are at least second best currently speaking, knowing the Raiders are going the transitional factor with a new head coach after McDaniels got his way out of literally having probably a toxic work environment, not being that standout as a general leader for the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Denver Broncos is Broncos country. So that already expedites the factor that the Chargers are already just at least trying to win, has expectations to win, and could possibly fall over sub 500 to at least get an opportunity, thanks to still so much football to be played in the second half of the season. So hopefully the Jets can be more respectable, because even with Zach Wilson, they've been still able to move the ball, still have competent games where they can at least close out sub 500 and be a competent NFL team. So we're going to be going over play by play right now. And we already went over a short drive where the Chargers are leading by 6. And I'll have the game up in just a moment. Because I was just having a delay. So I wanted to recap you how the teams are performing. And Darius Davis with a punt returning touchdown to open the game. Also, that Invincible show is now out, so that'll be interesting if I can get at least a couple episodes on. Corey Davis, what's popping over with Corey Davis, man? Fellow Niners fan right now. What's going on? I'm having a wonderful Monday. Thank you for asking, Corey. Got some workout in. My birthday is shockingly here. I know your birthday was a few nights ago. I wish I was able to comment, man. You're welcome to pull up over in the stream if you can, man. Anybody's welcome. I don't want to risk over copyright. Sometimes they get me over the commercials, and then sometimes they gotta block me in certain areas. And it makes zero sense because I know people that blindly have the commercial still live over on the commentary, and I guess they don't get caught. I guess if it's a more verbal commercial, I guess I got to be careful with the. Did they just put chicken nuggets in the goddamn fries in Burger King? Yeah, but I think the Niners are coming out of their bye. The Jets must win for the Jets and a must win for the Chargers. The must win. No, it's this Saturday. I really don't know what I'm doing. I've never been the biggest planner when it came to my birthday. I should be. I really should be, but I've never been the biggest planner. Maybe because I get old and I don't really like have the perfect day. Like if I was very young, it would have been just any type of like shit. I don't know, just a cake. Probably to the movie theater of a movie, like a good movie. Like the only movie that I've heard that's gonna be coming around the week is the new Marvels film, The Marvels. They don't even, like, they couldn't even call it Team Marvel. It's like 3 people working together, yet they call it Team Marvel. I mean the Marvels. I'm not very excited. Thank you very much, Corey. All right, we're back here with the action after commercial break with an unexpected punt return for a touchdown from the Los Angeles Chargers to put this 7 up. And now we're back with Jets football. Sadly, the best brand of football for the New York. God damn it. Yeah, a lot of injury riddles over on their offensive line struggles. Even though the Jets have a better offensive line over in their division, but it's not as good Miami or Buffalo. I think the only thing that you could rate it is better than New England's. You couldn't say that 20 years ago. Handoff pass, and Brees Hall gets like a gain of 6. Second down, 13 minutes to spare, and this is shockingly the fastest touchdown not from the offense I've seen off the Los Angeles Chargers all season. And the Chargers have been like very iffy. Brees Hall has been averaging at least 5.7 yards in the NFL, man. It's been a great combination with him in their running depth. They've been outstanding. Drops back from the field. Oh, Garrett Wilson from down the sideline. And sadly, 10 toes down from the out of bounds line. Incomplete, sadly. 3rd and 4, but still, Garrett Wilson's hands are not for decoration. 1 foot out of bounds with his tippy toes, and he'll sadly get the incompletion. Is it just me or just Jets? I don't know if it was a bargain sale, and I swear this goes for nearly every other New York franchise. They'll sign, and then they can just trade back over the bargain, but still get under their deal. Brees Hall down the flats from a completion, goes down with half his torso, hitting the first down line. It's going to be a first down for the Jets. And Jets have been more confident. I'm liking Wilson's not that conservatively. He's not holding this down over in the pocket. He's getting better as a quarterback. And people are still expecting Aaron Rodgers, if he can somehow come to form and play over the second half of the season, if he could, or even near postseason, if they can even dream so. But it is possible. Thanks, Jets are actually playing meaningful football. Quick play action over the jet sweep for Dalvin Cook for a drive of 3, and he'll draw for a gain. You got a competent, consistent running back playing over a second string with a highly productive sophomore halfback out of oh my god, Brees Hall has had some outstanding games, and a sling of the wrist down the curl to Dalvin Cook for a gain of 1 off the curl route, and it's going to be a flag on the play. Who's going to be, man? And we got a roughing the passer call on the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's going to be Joey Bosa. That wasn't a roughing the passer. Oh, God, please don't control your anger, Joey. The ball already released out of his hands. Joey Bosa was a bit too persistent on trying to get the QB hit. I'm not a big fan of the new helmets for the defensive players. I don't know if I haven't seen an offensive lineman with the same helmet. Quick throw down the flats. Hit. Oh, balls loose over Garrett Wilson, recovered by the Los Angeles Chargers. And they're going to give it to the Chargers. Garrett Wilson got fumbled. And it's going to be recovered by the Los Angeles Chargers. It's back to their game. They can push this to 2 scores in good field position. No. A slow but promising drive, and the ball just popped out as soon as Garrett was running with it. And is sadly, Derwin James with the fumble recovery, sliding out of bounds. And it's going to be retained as a forced fumble. Garrett Wilson is not happy. Oh, man. Boom, 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 boom. No copyright. Boom, boom, boom. But that's not a good look, guys. That is not a good look. Sometimes it's boring, but it's better to, hold on the ball. Just saying. Hold on, I don't think this is a good way. Boom, 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 boom. Oh God. Walmart having a sale. That means we're probably going to see another riot. We got Bills and Broncos next week. Bills obviously lost and when it matters the most again against the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC title rematch. Are we still confident that they can still push the needle over in the postseason after just a disappointing game in the oh man. They lost against the Jaguars. They've literally had the worst win-loss record against anybody below 500, and that's saying something. And I shouldn't even be disrespecting the Jaguars because they're leading their division by several games. Second best quarterback's a rookie. A rookie. And I'm not taking away from CJ Stroud. He's been phenomenal this season. But come on. The amount of times that you can compensate over a sophomore season over the long term could sometimes like fall in the face of like anybody around. Is it sad to say that the New York Jets are actually just eighth seed while the Bills or literally ninth seed? They're falling over, and just how inconsistent can you get, people? How inconsistent can you get? So that's what's going on over in the AFC. Kansas City Chiefs are still ahead of all the rest, even with their lack of a receiving core. Well, an all-pro receiving core. We're back with the Jet to the Los Angeles Chargers after a fumble recovery by Derwin James, Keenan Allen, and we got a false start called probably on the offense. And that'll be a jump on the offensive lineman, Trey Pickens. Pipkins gets the false start call, a bit overzealous over the call, and Kellen Moore, first season as offensive coordinator, been overzealous on their offensive lineman. A drop back over 2 men over the back gets deflected, and John Franklin Myers gets a good hand on the ball over the flats, trying to give it to Austin Eckler. No, that's not Eckler. That's Kelly. They're using offensive linemen to push as the full. So why not just run it? That's just such a weird decoy. Play action off the draw. And here comes Everett. Oh, but ball's loose. Ball's loose. But Mims recovers. No, Barius Davis recovers. You'd think that'd be somebody nearly off the secondary. I think I saw Williams nearly get it. But misses his chance. And Barian Davis will recover just in the nick of time to retain the LA Chargers possession. 3rd and 13 after the fumble recovery by the offense. Allen motions left, drops back with pressure. Herbert still gets hit, but still Allen catches the ball over midfield, and the Jets secondary stops him short. Well, under 10 minutes to go, 4th down for the LA Chargers, and they squander their opportunity after a takeaway. The Jets, oh my God, they were just They treated that offensive lineman like it was paperwork. Oh man, good rips, great aggression, and they just passed through their offensive lineman, nearly getting the stop. If it wasn't for Keenan Allen still being on the team, Justin Herbert would have gotten like some type of Goldberg spear, and that's going to be a safe catch retained by the New York Jets. And yet again, another commercial break we're going to have, guys. Barely even past 8 minutes. There's something called Chris Barefoot. What? It ain't Yeezy if it's cheesy. Oh God. Oh, they're bringing back another Eminem commercial. You know how much they treat Thanksgiving like it ain't shit. If I'm already seeing Thanksgiving commercial, Christmas, Eminem Christmas commercials, guys. Eminem, like that was like back in the 2000s with Santa collapsing, seeing the walking M&Ms, guys. How much we just don't care about Thanksgiving. That's tough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please like, share, and comment if you guys want to join over the stream. You can. There's a link on the comment section or the live chat, to be honest with you. Don't care if we could talk about the game, talk about your favorite team. Mid-season so far, I think like November or so kind of determines what type of stronghold we have with certain teams in the NFL. It's kind of where we put over the contenders to the pretenders. Baltimore Ravens been playing like they've been contenders until we hit December, technically speaking. What kind of like determine the team, and it's kind of performance wise. It'd be nice if Baltimore can treat how they were playing in the regular season and put that to the postseason performances, because they've been playing actually phenomenal football. Miami in a close like score deficit against the Chiefs, and this was in the morning, by the way, if anybody didn't get to see it live, because you think, oh, Chiefs, Dolphins, that's got to be prime time. Nope, we put that like in Germany. I think that aired in like 9:30 in the morning. So you guys, if you guys are not heavy sleepers or have like a late night shift, you probably didn't spend the night unless like you're a weirdo. I guess if you're a weirdo or you're a kid. And I don't know what kid would be that excited unless it was like when back in the day when you were able to watch Saturday morning cartoons to watch Dolphins and Chiefs in the morning. I'm not saying that they're not worth to watch, but I know some people that'd rather wake up at like 10 a.m. Back over to Brees Hall for a gain of like 2. Very decisive over their edge rushers. I think it was like 2 weeks. Khalil Mack like missed getting a sack, and then he combined for like a personal record. And Derwin James always wants to settle concussion radius. I'm just sorry. I still remember that hit he got over on I think it was Monday Night Football or somewhere around Christmas. It was a Christmas game. Derwin James just popped somebody from the Colts last year. I vividly remember the sound. Single back formation over what looks to be a 3 wide set. An audible form. They got it out of single back, and now it's a shotgun. Wilson, play action. From the deep ball, it's still caught. First down while going down. In Gibson. Outstanding catch. That's what I'm talking about. What a crab. That'll be Xavier Gibson with the first down. 1st and 10 now. Wilson up the draw, and they'll hand it off. Good consistent throws. Devontae, if you still want to come to the Jets, just saying. I'm just asking, what's the better option? Your quarterback's here. Please. Can't be just Garrett Wilson versus the world out there. Handoff. Down on single back and hey, yo. Hey, I'm sure you people alive didn't hear that. Got bent over backwards? We didn't I didn't hear that right. I didn't hear that right. All right, up the gun. With halfback side by side over a 3 wide set. Pause. Drops. Oh, Wilson, but the ball gets knocked over by Joey Bosa. And it's recovered again by the Chargers. The second forced fumble of the first quarter. Woo. Some type of Samoan celebration. Great play by Joey Bosa, but just silly. First and it's going to be up near midfield. You think the first down will catch the momentum. A bit of a wind-up, lack of protection over by the right tackle. Right tackle just took oh, wow, he lost the ball, and then Bosa just recovers. Great defensive work, but just Jesus Christ, what the hell's going on? What's going on? You ninjas are crazy! Oh my god. Back to Austin Eckler with the gain.
A gain of just 2. Well, they've allowed an 87-yard punt return for a touchdown.
Damn.
Wilson a fumble.
Damn.
Wilson a fumble.
Damn. That's a bunch of goddams in just one quarter, guys. Don't be playing like the regular New York Jets. Play like the Jets that got the Eagles their first loss. Handoff. Austin Eckler with his second carry of 2. God, man, if the only weak point we can put over on the Los Angeles Chargers, it's got to be a reputable injury case, man. They spread over a five-man front on the defensive line. They're edging out man to man to make sure that there's no route, reads, and knowing the Jets secondary, they do succeed in trying to close up over those third down conversions. We've seen it before. Rolls out through the pocket, edges it, and finds Austin Eckler coming off the scoop route, defended by C.J. Mosley, and that's sadly going to be a first down. The Jets are going to continue their drive. 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. And that's the first first down conversion out of the Jets 3. The saddest thing is neither offensive squads have scored. But Eckler, with some of his veteran savvy, able to give Herbert a place to go with the football to extend the drive. 3 for 6 right now. Justin Herbert's only 29 passing yards. A wheel of motion coming off the scoop as that becomes a draw for a gain of 5. You mentioned it coming into this game, Joe, the struggles that the Jets have had offensively and their inability to score touchdowns. Only one time all year they scored 2 touchdowns in a game. So, damn. Here we are with 4 minutes. Yeah, but the Jets have been very offensively inept. It's been really their defense carrying over the slack. This is probably the AFC East equivalent of the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. And Johnson off Sauce Gardner getting the takedown. Johnson like Madden takeout. Like you get caught off midair, will hit you off the legs and you fall back. Sometimes it becomes a forced fumble. Also, did you know that Ultimate Legends are out now? You can get them now on Ultimate Team. Oh god. Oh man. I guess refusing to get Madden this year really saved me. Handoff back to Eckler. Oh, but his offensive lineman's down the field, down the sidelines, and he gets stopped near the pylon from the one. What? There is no way. His While getting tackled down his backside, it was near the pylon, but it wasn't around the end zone. And what's the flag on? And a face mask penalty is blatantly called because the referee is obviously gesturing it for the past several seconds. No shit. And the defensive call, and it's going to be a blatant face mask call on the secondary desperation. But Eckler, that was an iffy touchdown off the carry. It looks like he fell back. He knocked over the pylon, but he still was a yard short from behind. They should be, yeah, Salah, challenge this. DJ Reed got a good stop on it, but it's obvious Austin Eckler was stopped short. So they'll reverse over the touchdown. The face mask call still won't stand, but still in good red zone position are the Los Angeles Chargers. An opportunity to score is still possible. They're in the goal line. Two back set. Last time they put a lineman over on fullback, yet they still went for the flats. I question that game plan. But a play action fake rolls out, pump fakes once. Oh, trying to get over the deep ball, finding his tight end. It's no good. And another flag is on the play, man. So what was the flag for? You could have just said under review for any penalties. And it's like, oh, there's no my fault, people. There's no flags on the play. We were just checking. Toss play over for Austin Eckler and easily gets in off their second attempt. Another flag on the play, man. I see that more than my father. That is insane. And Austin Eckler will get over the call. Refs, can we please stop this? At least put under review. I don't want to see flag on that scoreboard again, please. Oh god. They're going to replay if it's on the defense? So what? So the play is nullified after Sauce Gardner literally just no, that wasn't Sauce. Sweet Jesus, guys. Well, second down again in the red zone. Again, Chargers could easily score to push this again, and Austin Eckler will drive by, shading over one defender to get a broken tackle touchdown. Los Angeles Chargers. You'd think it was a scrimmage how many times they had to recall this. 2-score lead now out of a 3-minute possession, out of 8 plays, and 27 flags on the field. That should be a statistical freaking accomplishment. How many delays of game we had. Finally, offensive score. Austin Eckler still been a consistent beast, but people would think he's an elderly man, knowing how old he is playing the running back position in the modern day NFL. Because having tenured halfbacks that are still productive. I'm still looking for that game where they played Famous. If anybody's a wrestling fan, they probably heard of it before. There was a One Night Stand 2007. Dude, it slapped so hard, bro. I'm still trying to hear where where that song was. I know it was either Falcons versus Packers, and they played it, bro. I swear, have you heard of that song before? Titanium. Yo, they've been ragging over on the titanium. You know it's still a thin metal, right? It's protective. That doesn't mean that it can't move. How you think they were able to make it titanium hit the shape as a phone? They had to mold it. Why are you playing with your phones like that, by the way? Sweet Jesus, guys. Every year, the new Madden looks like Madden 13. I bet that bitch is on sale right now as we speak. Hold on. Hold on. I got my PlayStation right here to prove it. Hold on, people. I think Modern Warfare 3 is about to be out. Do they Call of Duty's really losing me with these and I'm not saying it's not a bad thing, but I just feel like it's a bit, mm. So NBA 2K24 is already 60% off if you want the Mamba edition, Madden 24 Deluxe edition's $50. And AEW Fight Forever is already like on sale. Come on, son. It's already on sale. Why was this $70 to begin with? I'll pray for you if you bought this for full price. I don't even care how big of an AEW fan it is. It looks like WWE Battleground, and yet people, this takes up only 35 gigs, man. You can put that bitch on your PC. Okay, come on. And they're putting Key Flea. You can get FTR for $11. The Hardy, you can just get Matt Hardy for $5, and Danhausen and dude, why aren't these like updates, bro? That keeps me less interested than their attendance right now. And I have coworkers that pulled up on AW events, and they got like tarps, visible tarps. Zach Wilson isn't making bad has made bad throws. He needs to get better reads on them. Oh my god, nearly took it away. And then as soon as Bosa was pressuring over, he didn't think of scrambling, holding over the ball or throwing it out, or getting out of the damn pocket. Sorry if this is annoying anybody. This is annoying me though. Let me mute that real quick. And it's going to be a gain for Brees Hall over 1st and 10. Asante Samuel is still with the team, but J.C. Jackson, he got traded like 2 weeks before deadline. Brandon Staley, bro, I hope you get fired. I don't wish upon unemployment until now. McDaniels got fired for a reason. You will for this season. Already starting over 3-4 start to the season. Oh, gets through a good gap. Spin move by Brees Hall. Gets a first down from their own 40. And there's a penalty now, marked probably a holding call. Illegal shift. And sadly, it was going to be a second down off Alan Lazard. What's Oh, it was off of motion, so there's a certain way you do a shift. And he was coming out off of a bunch of set, and I guess the way Lazard moved out illegally. Thanks, Hackett, for proving you still couldn't hack it as a coach. Even when you just have to play coordinator, you just gotta coach one side of the ball. Drops back over the gun. Wilson leaps over the throw, finds his tight end, CJ Uzma. Jinx. And that's going to be third and 12 now. He leaped over that throw after he saw the defender coming. So swung it, took the hit, and still got a gain. Now it's going to be third and 12. Over Uzma's completion after the penalty. Deep ball. Garrett Wilson couldn't catch it. Michael Davis doing the obvious findable gun gestures after the after he was doing a good job. Wasn't getting too much of a hand. Interrupted the flow over the catch through the contact, and Garrett Wilson couldn't hold on, even though he could have got the first down. And sadly, another punt. Darius Davis had an 87-yard kick return from the punt to the end zone to string first blood for the Los Angeles Chargers, but it'll take the safe catch like the coward he is, not trying to get CTE. 40 seconds left to spare here in the first quarter. And he bumped out. That was a creative way to get out of Mosley's range, to bump out and then spin so he can get a gap for himself. He's been the biggest pecking order for the offense this entire game so far. Not much over the receiving core. A little half and half. 30 plus rushing yard touchdown and receiving yard touchdowns. You haven't gotten that since Lenny Moore. Oh, shades off the tackle. What type of tackle was that? Mosley doesn't get the tackle again down the sidelines, and he'll get the first down after two broken tackles, and that will be Everett getting it and then gesturing over in front of Sauce Gardner. What type of defense was that? First, it was poor work by a spin move, and then Gerald Everett just got an easy break off of Mosley, and then just went down the sidelines to get an extra 6 yards, and that's gonna end the half. That's gonna end the quarter. Oh God, I can understand the Jets' offense being bad, but not the defense. Come on. Can't even wrap up like your father. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. But your health insurance, it's still not covered. Welcome to IHOP, where you hate your kids. So, of course, I think the Loki show is premiering still, so I'll probably keep up with that. That Ahsoka show, guys. If anybody saw my take about that, that was a waste of 40 minutes of my time. That was a yikes. Yeah. So we at least we got a future pick with Mecole Hardman. Uzma has not been that vocal over in the offense, and you think we got a premier All-Pro tight end that just played in the Super Bowl last season, and he's not playing. He gets the bare minimum amount of grabs as Garrett Wilson, and Alan Lazard's the antithesis of a second option. I wish I was more optimistic what's happening, but I just feel like it's not working out with the way we play our offense. I mean, the Jets do. Warriors are playing the Pistons right now. We got Spurs versus Pacers, Mavericks versus Magic. Currently, it's a point game. It's neck and neck between the young Magic team and the young Mavericks team. while the Wizards are down by 27, getting flabbergasted and pimp slapped by the Sixers. Damn, the Nets are up against the Milwaukee Bucks. That's good. While it's a neck and neck between the Miami Heat and Los Angeles Lakers, 72-71 apiece, and a back and forth between the Clippers and the Knicks. That's insane. I don't want to look up the stats. Jordan Poole probably like shot for like I don't know 10 of 35. It's like it's gonna be Jordan Poole's team. Okay, he can chuck the ball as much as he want, like he did for Golden State. All right, we're back after commercial break. Start of the second quarter. Los Angeles Chargers back with the ball after the punt return, and Darius Davis called over the safe catch, a leap by Kelly, getting the first down. I swear to God, I have never seen that much of a spam of the triangle button this entire season with how many attempted hurdles we've seen. Good motion. No illegal shifting this time. And a hurdle, Kelly tripped over that. Could have got a first down and more. Oh, man. First down still for the Chargers. Single back formation, two wide set. This could be a handoff. And it's a play action. Two receivers pushing up the post, but he'll play it safe and give it to the halfback. Over the curl for a gain of 3. CJ Mosley gets the tackle.
Joshua Kelly trying to get all the way over Jordan Whitehead. Whitehead got
He tried. He tried it. He tried it. Can't say he didn't try it.
He's watching those UCLA track and field athletes come down with some moves like that.
Well, Joshua Kelly is now sidelined.
UCLA
Alone in the gun.
now second
I would still wait for Austin Eckler. There should be a man over there, but Gerald Everett getting. Oh, was a wide open receiver, but too late for Herbert to probably find him. He'll get sacked by the defense. Pause. And Johnson edges out over the 3-man as a spy, and he'll blitz. And he'll shut out. Oh, I think he was trying to get the strip. But he gets a good wrap up after shading out of the right tackle. Great work. Great work by the defense. Jets needed that to shade off momentum to push over the slip screen, but the ball is loose. After dropping the ball was Austin Eckler. You don't see that a lot. And that's going to be incomplete, and that will now be a 3-and-out. 4th and 15 now. The Charger special team, the punt team will be out to give it back to the Jets. Oh, man.
47 on that 9-yard loss with a sack on second down. Well, that's such a fun group to watch as they get after the quarterback. And like I said, predominantly they're a 4-man rush. They blitz less than any team in football.
Yeah, I think the less we say about that, the better, Corey. You know? Oh, man. And it sucks, too. Daniel Jones over an ACL, and he was just coming out of a what, meniscus, or that was it some type of ankle tear that made him miss like 4 weeks of football. Tyrod Taylor had to take through. Tyrod Taylor gets hurt, and now we got the third string, Tommy DeVito. It's not like there's any available free agents that can push over the role in just the second half of the season. At least Tommy DeVito been able to snap and practice with the team, so it's understandable why he could still start. Okay. All right. Okay. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, by the way, with these Christmas movies. Oh, God. I obviously needed another Santa Claus movie. I needed another one. He could still be doing this at 70 years old, bro. Uh yeah, Corey, you think well, I think there's no meaningful football if the Giants are already like what, they're 2-8? They're not 2-8. I think they're 2-7, and they're falling over in the bottom of the division, and we're over halfway into the regular season, guys. I feel like, and I don't want to be pessimistic because last season was such a competitive uh, NFC East division, And yet the Commanders been playing more meaningful football even after losing Chase Young. And that's better when and the Commanders had a better recovery over losing a prime player like Chase Young than when Joshua Dobbs, their starting quarterback, and yes, I get it, the quarterback position is a lot more important, but geez, man, they went scoreless. They went freaking scoreless. That's depressing. Let me check over the shooting splits of Jordan Poole so I could be right over my assessment. Currently, it's the fourth quarter, 133 to 109. Jordan Poole's only scored 11 points. No rebounds, only 4 assists. Kyle Kuzma's currently the leading scorer still. How come they only say 4 starters on the team? All right, Jordan Poole. Efficiently, he's only been 4 of 7 from the field, so that puts him at a solid below average 57%. And just at least he shot better at the 2 than he's done at the 3, but he's completely ass. Oh wow, I already see deep ball radiuses off his shooting splits, and it's nearly the end of the game. Just if you guys want to see a crappy brand of basketball, watch Jordan Poole, because it's practically what every other high schooler is playing like. Hell, I can go over to my local YMCA. I could already like expose a bunch of people that play just like Jordan Poole, except with the Kobe's, because those things are expensive. But they are pro-trolling them. But we know a lot of people want to buy Kobe's. Wilson off a second audible attempt, and he shifts over his fullback, prays over a play action, and he'll hit over the full. Nick Vaughn will get a reasonable gain of 7 for a second down. And Rodgers right there looking like the coach more than Salah. I'm joking. But he's there sideline, obviously still watching over Zach Wilson. He's obviously trying to come back from injury a bit shorter than expected, like John Cena. Oh, a hitch play tossed to Brees. What looked to be a motion turned into a toss off the snap, and sadly the ball's loose over the back behind the line of scrimmage. Keep pressing the square button. We can get the ball back. The pile is still there. I see a lot more blue jerseys. Could it be recovered back from LA? I don't know what the hitch play was for. Oh man, the motion over the hitch play off a third down conversion. Just say their offense sucks right now, Jim. It's okay. Morstead will punt back to Darius Davis. And it's been a while since that kick return. He's barely gotten much positive yardage. And here's another fair catch over at the 25. It's back over to the Chargers, but the Chargers been offensively iffy as well. Oh God. Is that Von Miller? No. So we're still under commercial break right now. I'm shocked this hasn't updated to you guys. Oh, they finally show the statistical margins, guys. Zach Wilson's been 1 of 5, 25% passing. Well, Herbert, it's been a shit show passing offensively. Absolutely terrible offensive production off the passing. It's been Eckler that's been such a good offensive receiving and passing threat. And Keenan Allen's only got one catch. This, oh man, just poor production. Hold on. Now going into week 10, guys. Uh, at least the Jets could possibly not go into a massive 6 game losing streak and shit the bed when they're in good contention for a wild card spot.
ESPN's Monday Night Football brought to you by Progressive Insurance, the right call for your home and car. And Target.
Has this been an update over the spring league's merger? Like, has there been a rebrand over the new name?
Ridgewood High School took a clinic for more than 100 local youth girl flag football players to learn more about
A groggy night in East Rutherford here in MetLife.
Chargers take over at their own
A motion
14.
from Everett. Oh, but a juke over. Oh, and Eckler still gets stopped short. And Adrian Amos, former secondary for the Green Bay Packers. He even had a stint over in Chicago. Play action fake for Herbert. With some time on his hands, but he'll hastily give it. Oh, Butterfingers again. Austin Eckler with a second drop pass. What's going on? Come on, guy. Come on, Austin. We can't be saying that freaking Michael Jackson has more reliable hands than you when he was holding on to that damn baby. That's insane. And wide open over the post route. Number 15 was wide open. 6 of 12, but the referees are delaying the call. There must be an illegal number of men on the field or something. See that bruised ring finger? Drops back. Over in the gun. Herbert gets wrapped up, and he'll get taken down for a sack. No call in the defensive takedown again. That's the second, and Jermaine Johnson gets his second sack of the game. Good defensive effort again, but the offense isn't compensating for the New York Jets, man. Look how he edges out. Right, he's not pushed over to the nose, beats the guard, and John Franklin Myers just redeems over Jermaine Johnson's amazing rip to probably get a sack on the quarterback. J.K. Scott will give it over to Xavier Gibson. I think the last person to catch a ball for the Jets, and it's recover. And here comes the kick return.
Good starting field position for the Jets, who are down by 14, is the defense for New York. Flexing its muscles, and we're back in 30 seconds after a word from T-Mobile.
And now we're picture in picture. Yeah, I think the season's over. YTC, we got to wrap it up. Yeah. I don't want to give a notion of tanking or anything, but knowing Daniel Jones is out, we don't know what's going to happen to Saquon. It's obvious that your offense can barely move over the ball. And there's already a lack of confidence over your coaching staff. Again, yeah, we got to give up. It's probably time to go over the drawing board and completely overhaul possibly somebody that's a bit more up to the task for coaching. or at least the way that your offensive move, because it's just obvious there's no confidence. And a handoff drive over the halfback, and it's retained back to the New York Jets over a great defensive outlet. Two forced fumbles off two straight offensive drives. They had to punt twice in a row for the previous two drives. They they just can't move the goddamn ball.
He is a home run threat, as is Garrett Wilson. We mentioned coming into this game, the offense runs through
Brees
three
Hall,
guys. Those
7 yards, 7 carries for 23 yards, still averaging around 5.7 yards per game, and he's been the highest needle mover offensively. And there it is for Ellen Lazard for a first down for the New York Jets.
on the catch as Joey Bosa came across early.
But there's a flag on the play. They'll decline over the offside call on the defensive side, and it's going to be still first down for the New York Jets.
For the Jets here in this first half to start this drive, they've got a little something going. They get a good running play on first down. They come back.
All right, here we go.
See if they're able to do something.
Rickert still edging out as a big defensive player is, of course, Joey Bosa. Toss play to Brees Hall. Spin move. Brees Hall will get wrapped up and gets the first down. Edges out over the toss play, and Kendricks was the only chance to probably stop him around a 5-yard gain. Elusiveness, like your father with the milk. Just finesse. Absolute amazing. Majestic. I talk like I'm a British commentator. Up the gun. Wilson with a chance. He'll slip it over to Dalvin Cook. It was probably farther off his reach, and it just misses his hands. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for the Jets. Here comes Mr. Sunshine. And Trevor Lawrence is a guest over on the Manning cast. I thought it was Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I guess it was first half commentary. Even though I think it was just for the quarter. Up the gun, and they'll draw back to Dalvin Cook for a gain of 5. Flag is on the field. An illegal formation call. Very detrimental for the possession.
Illegal formation after a pretty good run by Dalvin Cook. And again, it's not a huge penalty, but these are the penalties that just stop drives. Well,
and now here they are, 2nd and 15. Yardage off penalty has not been favorable for the New York Jets. Salah's obviously very flabbergasted off the call. Up the gun. Drops it over a 2-step play, not and over to Uzma. No. Jeremy Rutger gets the gain. 3rd and 10 now for the Jets.
Continue this drive. It's 3rd down and 8. Well, 3rd and long, and they're within Zerline's range, of course. And Zach Wilson, you try to pick up this first down, but know that if it's not there, don't take a sack. Don't make this any more challenging on the kicker.
3rd and 8 now for the Jets. Over in the gun with a halfback with him. As the extra blocker, he'll shade out, and he'll hitch it. Oh, shuttle pass for Carter now. Michael Carter will get the gain, but not much. And Murray's talking some mess to him after a chance to even get the 3rd down conversion for a first. The Jets still need numbers on the board. Good shuttle over the gain of 30. They could go for the field goal to at least press this to an 11-point game. And Greg Zerline still been 16 of 17, as efficient you can get. over a 36 yarder. It looks sounds like we got a guest here. And ladies and gentlemen, oh, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We got a guest here. Welcome. Drumline, please.
What's up, DST?
What's going on, John Jay?
Just got off the bus heading home, and then your video popped up because I'm doing the second half of the game.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be home probably like in 10, 15 minutes. Yep.
Oh yeah, I should have updated a bit further. What's up? What's up, Fanatics? Talk Sports.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, it's my second channel.
I know. I've been to your second channel. What's going on though, John Jay? Enjoyed your day?
Just finished work. Mondays are the easiest. Not too much stuff to do.
Mm.
Yeah, at the community center, they close at 6 on Mondays. And then yeah, I don't live too far away. I live like a 9 or 10 minute bus ride from my work, and so very lucky.
Oh, thank God we can see the mid NFL players reaping the benefits of still being Heisman winners. By the way, well, it's good. Got a well, thanks. It's a day off from work, so I didn't mind calling over a game. Uh,
Cool.
Even if it's a weaker primetime game in the schedule over the Bills and Bengals, but yeah, at least it's a New York team that actually wants to win football games.
Wow.
Jordan Poole. I was about to say if he even averaged around 25 points, I would say, the Warriors are going to regret this. No, you guys aren't. No, you guys aren't.
You see, there's a YouTuber who used to work for a Bay Area radio. He got fired in the summertime, so he took his talents to YouTube. He's about to get 9K subs in, I want to say like 3 or 4 months, 3 or 4 months, and he overhypes the Warriors. He's like, "We're gonna win the championship. Chris Paul is the goat."
Oh, God. Well, I can see why. That
must
enthusiasm's
be
going to get you somewhere.
must be a Chris Paul fanatic.
I mean, Chris Paul back in his heyday, man, you can understand why. And Chris Paul is still at his age. He's still a pivotal reason why most of the teams he's been on have been always in the postseason. We forgot after that whole fiasco with Houston and getting traded over to the Oklahoma City Thunder. He put that into a playoff contender.
Yeah, I think the guy's
Eh,
40 now, 39, 40. So,
Yeah, 16,000 passing yards, third all-time ranked. Oh wow, of the first four
mhm,
seasons. Yeah, Herbert's still a productive monster, even with the injury history that he's had with his receiving core.
mhm. It's just
Eckler's
too.
been on.
Yep.
Sorry,
It's
go
just
ahead.
too bad he's gonna rot away
In
in
the
San
Chargers.
Diego.
It's Los Angeles. It's important now. It's not San Diego.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
Screw you, Spanos.
No, don't say that. Spanos, I heard he's a great man.
Yeah, yeah. You say a billionaire is a great man, John Jay. That and Eckler gets a gain of 6, but there's a flag on the play. There's under 6 minutes remaining here in the half, and the Jets are only to accumulate like a field goal of Greg Zerline, and I
Mhm.
think he's been the highest scorer on the Jets all season. Hell, he scored like 4 different field goals against the Jets before they even got a winning touchdown. That still closed the gap. An illegal hand. So wouldn't that be called a face mask? You know what? It's cool. Illegal hands is crazy. And Jermaine Johnson, a blatant face mask. Oh yeah, for like a hand on the chin strap of the lineman, and now that's an automatic first down for the Los Angeles Chargers. Motions Keenan Allen right, and it's a toss play. And Eckler tries to go to the opposite side. He'll get wrapped up like my dad should have done in the 90s. and it's going to be Will Williams getting the sack. We can't have brothers play well on one side of the ball, man. Come on, Jets been Quentin and Quincy have been a great duo.
Mm-hmm.
Great off the nose. Franklin Myers has been great, getting a good deflection over on Justin Herbert before to push it, and they've only retained 1 3 and out, like what 4 3 and outs over the first half. But oh man, they still have allowed some
Mm-hmm.
shoddy plays. Oh, over on the curl, and it's dropped, incomplete. 3rd and 12.
Yep.
Sauce Gardner was there for the deflection for 3rd and 12 now. 4:45 remaining. Guyton was the attempted receiver. He pressed off the curl, but that was way too easy. Not fast enough of footwork right there. And he had hands on it too before Gardner broke it up. I saw his hoodie. I'm not buying that hoodie, even if I was a super duper Jets fan.
Yeah.
Maybe the chain, but not the hoodie. Drops back, and it's incomplete again. And DJ Reed with the clutch deflection off 3 and out. 4th down. The Chargers got a punt again. No Chargers, no, because this is ridiculous. Secondary off 2 clutch defensive stop over the curl route, and it's the same play. Like Mike Bailey's their problem. J.K. Stott again to punt over to Xavier Gibson, and here it comes. This could be a fair catch, and it'll be bounced, but still recovered at the 24. You're better off just letting that bounce out of bounds. I would say I would say both defenses have been playing good, especially off the edge. Joey Bosa's been getting some good pressures on Zach Wilson. I don't know what's going on over Zach Wilson's throws because sometimes it's just poor reads or the receivers just can't catch the ball. Over on the curl, Garrett Wilson, and he'll get stopped, grounded at the 25. It'll still be a game though for the Jets. 2nd down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, are you ready for Niners football to come back, John Jay?
Yep.
Because I'm joking, but still, oh man,
Yeah. I was listening to when my shift was about to end. Some moron, he used to be part of my community, and he's a dumbass. But he was saying, "Oh, because if you don't play the 49er style, they kick you out because you must bow down to Kyle Shanahan and kiss his ass."
yeah, I think some people have been alleging that Kyle Shanahan's more of a control freak the way he runs his offense.
Mm-hmm.
I can sort of say that's true, but there's certain teams out there that have been successful, and I think Shanahan is too has an adaptive offense.
I was doing a show before I went to work, and Kyle's offense is doing really good. He's a great play designer, and it's just unfortunately, Kyle is who he is because there has to be moments where you have to go off script, and the
Yeah,
best coaches know how to do that, but he doesn't want to do it. So when your coach doesn't want to do that, you have to take the limitations, and that means that the Niners have to score a touchdown, play defense, and then score points, and then holding on to the lead, is the way the Niners win. It's sad, but for anyone to say that Kyle is not going to play you if you don't
what the
abide from whatever he says, I'm like, I think that's a dumb argument. From the same person who was like, Trey Lance failed because he didn't bow down to Kyle Shanahan. The dude got
Oh yeah,
hurt.
no, that's intentional grounding. I'm sorry. Sorry to cut you off there, John Jay. I just saw a BS call.
So, Trey Lance got hurt, you know, and he lost his opportunity because in the NFL, Brock Purdy came in and he showcased why he deserved the starting quarterback job. It's an unfair league. It had nothing to do like some idiots. Oh, it was his ethnicity.
Oh, it's not his ethnicity. Just if you're injury riddled and they're compensating on trying to still contend, and they're relying on you is only temporary and you're still unproven, it's understandable what the Niners did. Sure, it's bullshit, but that's how life is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that he's still given an opportunity on another NFL team. So hopefully we see him at least get some late snaps in the second half of the season if the
You know,
Cowboys are probably already linked for playoffs. Oh, and Wilson gets stuffed up and sacked, getting taken down by the leg off a 3-and-out, and Lupaloputu gets the sack. You try to say that 3 times, man. I'm not Polynesian, so I'm not usually used to that way of saying it.
well, you have Polynesian names like my
Tutalopu.
my friend. His name was William, which was very easy, but his last name was Mamoy. Mamoy, and everyone in the teachers for me over time because I was with them for 4 years in high school, and me and him were together for almost a decade, and we still keeping track. Over time, I finally got it. So it's Mamoy. Most of the teachers called him Mamon, because they could not
Mamone.
pronounce his name. So
Was that easy for everybody?
nope.
Oh God,
So
I can understand.
I had a friend. His name was Sua. Sua. Yep.
Yeah, that's tough to comprehend, involving like trying to like ethnically try to like fix your tongue or you're the way you emphasize words, especially if you were like strictly not hearing ethnic names. Yeah, it gets a bit difficult. So I can understand why certain people will have an issue how to comprehend. Like the same thing went for certain. I think some people had some issues with how to say certain Indian or Muslim names in my school.
Mm-hmm.
So saying like Bakor or the way you emphasize the ways they say their first name could be difficult. So I can understand.
Yep.
I,
Well, that's unfortunately, yeah. I was listening to this stupid BS, analysis, but yep. That's the thing about the Niners community. Like, I hate saying this because I know a lot of people are going to call me a hypocrite, but the Niners were based in San Francisco from 1946 to 2013. So, with all due respect to the new fans who are from the suburbs and are more, they lean more with their politics when it comes to the football team, is not a good match. So when someone like myself who knows the game of football, knows the 49ers, but I have a different way of thinking, they get threatened by my my opinions. And again, I'm not a hateful person, but there's a reason why I'm not you know, not the biggest fan of people in suburb communities because they have that certain mindset. And I don't hate nobody. I just think that when people have two different mindsets, you're gonna have two different ways of thinking of society, and that's what 49er fans do. They the same thing when idiots who take their politics and put it in religion and other institutions in society doesn't work really well. But anyway, my
mm,
bad, AST.
no, you good. You good. Just in time, by the way.
Yeah.
We're gonna have another punt return.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that much pitching and catching since a one-sided relationship, and yet it's gonna be punted back over to the Los Angeles Chargers. Fair catch is made, and we have under 2 minutes remaining in the half. They've been doing good. Jets defense been etching out over their gaps. They've been good off the blitz, man. The thing is, our offense can't keep it together, guys. You guys can't be the AFC East equivalent to the goddamn Steelers, bro. Get the ball moving, pressure over the deep ball, and yet, oh man, it's a waste how good their defensive front is, man. You'll get blitzed or spied on, and they have such a big bodied, aggressive front five. It's amazing. Uh, and they got good veteranship up the linebacking core too with CJ Mosley. Ew, not the Marvels. I might just watch it just to hate it. I don't know why.
The Marvels.
Yeah, the Marvels. It's from Captain Marvel, the superhero movie involving Brie Larson. It's terrible. And
Yeah,
Justin Herbert tried to scramble. He'll get sacked.
yeah. I'm the worst person. I remember when I was working, we had this because like uh the neighborhood that I worked in is predominantly black, and there are a lot of black men and women who are huge comic book fans, comic
So
book
they're nerds.
movies.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Keep going.
And one of the employees, was from the local neighborhood. He got his first job, and when he got hired, it was during the time of the movie Black Panther that came out. And every time I
Mm-hmm.
kept hearing the word Black Panther, I kept thinking about the real life animal.
Uh,
And so I asked him, dude, why is everyone talking about this Black Panther on Twitter and Facebook? And he said, oh, it's a comic book. I said, what? So he showed me. I said, oh, I get it. It's a superhero movie, and the superhero's called Black Panther. So I was
yes.
like, damn,
Sadly, the actor passed away.
yeah. It was huge news on all the news networks, even on the sports networks.
First down.
Everyone talked
Game
about it.
one, I guess.
So what was I about to say? So I Googled Black Panther, and the first thing that popped in, because I wanted to know who this thing was, and there was a big controversial uh, story that was at the top of the search engine saying people who are not Black Americans should not watch the movie, and
Oh
they
yeah,
get.
they've been there's been minority groups that have been very heavy, and when I mean a minority, I don't mean racial. I mean vocal minority. Uh, they've been very vocal minorities that's been heavily trying to like gatekeep racially any type of enjoyment of Black Panther, all because the protagonist is black. And I know this, like, if you're white, do not watch the movie.
Mhm.
You're not allowed to watch the movie. You can't even put input into a movie.
It's so
Like
hilarious.
it's so stupid too. Like, and you should have seen it, John Jay. If you were in the theaters in 2018, me and my brothers went to watch it. And of course, it was a good movie. The second movie wasn't that good, sadly, because Chadwick was obviously not there, so they had to compensate with letting the sister be the. Oh wow, what the hell? What was the tight end looking at? So they had to compensate with the sister, and it was basically a memorial movie. Obviously, it's tragic what happened to him. But if that was the case, don't make the movie. But yeah, there was people wearing African tribal dresses and stuff over videos I've seen of people pulling up to the movie theater like they're Ugandan or something. So that was probably the silliest thing I've ever seen. All because you think that you're gonna win when there's more than one black superhero in comic books. And Justin Herbert goes fourth and three and out again, throwing the ball out of bounds, not finding a man like a desperate 20-year-old woman. Oh, he edges off and huff. Oh God, the defensive line is not making life easy for Justin Herbert, and that's a good thing, but a bad thing for the O line. And he's still doing this with an injured finger too, man. And it's gonna be punt. Oh no, a tough punt. The defending team was there and is gonna be pressed under the 20-yard line.
All right, man. I'm gonna go to my stream. You have a good rest of your night, man.
I will. Thank you
Yeah.
for coming on, John Jay.
Yep.
All right, guys, that was John Jay. Shout out to the Fanatics Sports Talk. Also, he's a massive 49ers fan. He has a Niners channel as well. He predominantly does news updates and play by play. But Fanatics Talk Sports is the second channel where he goes, I guess, a bit more free for all over his content. You'll probably see a lot of other content creators that visit here and go to his channel. So shout out to him. Uh, oh no, this Alan Lazard over the deep ball that hits over his helmet. It's gonna be a 2nd 10. That's obviously been more of a defensive showcase for both sides, for both teams. And as Lazard was getting grabbed over his hand over a chance to get the ball, and it gets knocked over. And Jasir Taylor, you see a bit of a handful on him before he gets his deflection on Lazard, and it's gonna be incomplete. Xavier Gibson in the pressing man, but the pressing zone over on the slot. Wilson up the midfield, and it's nearly intercepted, and it gets deflected. Bars. Unintentional, by the way. 14-3 off 3rd and 10. Are the Jets going to punt the ball again? It's been a dull game, by the way. I don't know if that was Eric Kendricks that nearly got the interception or Kenneth Murray. I think that was Eric. Over from the midfield, they're spreading over a 5-man. And Conklin, gets bumped head first. 4th down, another 3-and-out possession with under 30 seconds, guys. Conklin with a good grab. And I swear to God, Zach Wilson sometimes feels like he gets a lot of tunnel vision. It's been a dull game, and you're seeing that off the enthusiasm with the Jets fans.
Seeing what they can do, but you've got number 12, Darius Davis. He's already returned one for a touchdown. He's back there seeing if he can't return another one.
Jets will receive in the second half for kickoff. We'll go over a recap over the performance of both teams while they're in commercial break for halftime. Down by 11, but still leading in total yardage has been the New York Jets, but they haven't capitalized in positive points. Here comes the kick return. And they'll drop it back. He'll get tackled out of bounds. Shay's over the block, and you can see Sherwood bumping him out of bounds over Darius Davis. And with 17 seconds remaining, if the Chargers could probably just knee it, they're already up by a score, and try to close up at the half and game plan, or they'll try to at least get some positive yardage to hit over a field goal to edge this out by 4 points. But he's alone in the gun. Please say they edge out for a jet sweep or something. They'll go alone in the gun for a Hail Mary call when they're down, when they're leading by 11, but he'll still get the first down over positive yardage. Keenan Allen with the reception. I think that's his second catch. I think that's his first catch after getting a target before. So Tyrod Taylor and Phillip Rivers. Keenan Allen off a great grab right there, pushing off from the curl. With 11 seconds timeout over LA, with a career 9,959 receiving yards in his career. He's near the 10,000 mark. Alone in the gun again. The hail out. They're trying to get in better field position. Off the curl, hitting over the slot to Keenan Allen. And yet it's a catch for second and down with 2 seconds remaining. They can edge out the field goal unit here for an over 50-yard field goal kick with only 2 seconds to spare. And they just wanted to press over the checkdowns. Good catch off the slant. And they were pushing over for a slot so Keenan can be used more valuably so they don't take a risk. Field goal units up with only 2 seconds to spare off 2nd and 1. And Dicker, the kicker, is up for a career-long 55 yards when he played against Kansas City. And this could beat it. But the Jets will time it out to ice the kicker.
Told us that with regard to Cameron Dicker, he has as much confidence in this young kicker as a head coach can have.
Big cojones. What the hell? That's Cameron Dicker right there. Just
Gatorade bottle. We don't see many kickers do that. A lot of linemen, a lot of defensive players.
the slow motion is very necessary to show him wagging his hair, wetting it
Keeps making them now. He can do whatever he wants.
like he's a bad bitch. Well, Cameron Dicker for a 55-yard field goal on the Jets logo from 55, and that's going to be all good on the uprights, and that will press it to a 17-3 game and close out at halftime. Up by 14 is the LA Chargers. There's got to be some game planning. Big pep talk by the coach offensively. I think you also get pep talks at like soccer games now. You get to hear in like I think La Liga or something. And I feel like that's cool. You get better immersion that way, but I'm sure like Real Madrid said they have an issue with it. And I can understand why. Because they're cheating. I'm joking. The MLS playoffs are still up. Probably get to watch a bit of it. I got a lot of stuff I'm going to do around my days off. So we'll see if we can get that done. Probably upload a couple of takes on the Low-Key show if you guys want to. Let's head over and get my takes over the current performances of both the LA Chargers and the New York Jets. And let me tell you something. What I'm about to say, the Jets' offense is completely terrible. They've been pressing over the curl. They've been the only bright spot is they've gotten more positive yardage around the half. And technically speaking, Zach Wilson has been more consistent off his 5'8" from passing, off a 60 over a 63 over 57. Keenan, he haven't even clipped over consistent completions over his conversions until the last drive over his 2 straight catches to Keenan Allen. Other than that, it's been mainly the Austin Eckler show. And he spiked over a rushing touchdown. If it wasn't for it would have been still 7-3 or at least 10-3 if it wasn't for Darius Davis' outstanding kick return. Or punt return in this case. And speaking about punts, that's been the vocab word of the day. The punt, the art of the punt. If you guys want examples over punts, just see a Jets game. Because that's all what their offense is doing for like several plays over in the drive. And you get these conservative, low-scoring games. And I'm not going to knock anything on the defense because at least the defense tries. They had 2 straight deflections over on the secondary, and they've been amazing trying to shut out over the curl routes, especially when it came to Mosley combining over tackles. He's been very vocal. Almost every time you're seeing him over in the carry, he's been very good to get to stop, except the time he missed over Austin Eckler uh going down, and they got two forced fumbles over on the defensive side of the ball. So this has been more of a defensive showcase, even though it's more one-sidedly on the offense. But the Jets can move the ball. But Wilson's still playing like he's a goddamn rookie. He's a young quarterback, but he's obviously more seasoned, and he got a perennial future Hall of Famer still sidelined out to probably still mentor him. And sometimes he's been getting good reads. He'll leap over the reads, but sometimes he doesn't edge over the offense, and that's how he doesn't really have a good field of vision. So whenever he sees over the pocket, he knows the edge is coming where his hand is, and he just doesn't move. And I hate that off Zach because it always looks like he got tunnel vision. And I saw that even when he was playing against the Philadelphia Eagles when I was there over at MetLife last month. Like it's still there, and that's how Joey Bosa got that forced fumble. And just still, we know that the Jets are primarily going to be more well known for their offensive duo. Austin Eckler's been more superior, even though he's got less rushes than Bryce Hall, and he's got good carries around the rush. But they got to stop trying to be creative with the hitch plays. And this should be when they be better taking advantage more of their running plays. If Austin Eckler just feels like he's inept over his catching plays, because over the previous targets he's had, and he dropped both straight balls, and one was a hitch, one when he was coming over on the flats. They need to get way better at that. And this is prime time, so I just want a better game, a bang for my buck for my time, if you know what I'm saying. Huh. But the only positive here is both teams still will probably be perennially second best in their division, win or lose. But obviously, just trying to sub over at least a winning record, at least margin of still being sub 500, or the Bills can still just creep up there behind the Miami Dolphins. So the division is still for the taking. While it's probably all well said and done, while like second best in the AFC West, the the Jets are an eighth seed at least. The freaking Los Angeles Chargers like 13th best in the AFC if we're talking right now. And they've only picked up one win after losing two straight to the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. Yo, you're terrible people if you made the schedule for the Chargers. And they think they probably build over all that confidence when they actually have to play real football teams. And that's only below the freaking Patriots, Titans that are falling out, but they're still playing better football with their second string rookie quarterback, and the Denver Broncos that are just at least winning two straight. And the Houston Texans, like almost every other AFC South team, is doing better than them. Like, that's embarrassing. Stop it. Ah, man, this phase has just butchered everything the Marvel's franchise was doing good at. And now, like, almost every female gets a male, just a ripoff of the male roles that made them popular. Seriously, they even got the chick with the hammer, and they had a guy with the hammer in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and that's gonna be the antagonist. Okay. And Nick Fury's gonna be in this one if they didn't butcher his character enough. I mean, he wasn't that bad. They try to make him cool in the Scrolls movie. Oh, sweet Jesus! I mean, in the Scrolls in the Nick Fury show called Invasion, but it just was underwhelming. Oh god, they even got Miss Marvel in this. Oh god. Oh wow, the box office is obviously gonna crash for this one. Oh, Valkyrie's in this one too. Every strong female character ever in this movie. Let's go, baby. I'd rather see an Eternals 2 than this, guys. Did she said black girl magic? Nah. Nope. No. Meep. You can't force me. You guys need to pay me if you want me to see that, bro. I'm sorry. Guys got to pay me. Back over halftime. We're probably a couple minutes left before we retain back to the half. Let's go over the receiving right now for both teams. Xavier Gibson has at least total around the most positive yards over that deep ball he had coming over the right side, but he's only gotten one reception over Eckler's two attempts, and he's done more with the ball than Keenan Allen off his two targets. I think he's been targeted 3 times and caught two for first downs, and got in good field goal range. So at least he got meaningful yardage for his completions, and that's more important than one deep ball and still didn't get to score or at least get a red zone trip. So yeah, we've seen more still off Garrett Wilson's two receptions is that at least got some positive yardage. One got stripped, and Xavier Gibson only got one good grab on him. While like Gerald Everett, Austin Eckler, and Keenan Allen got some pivotal plays to at least push the needle. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I bet the NHL Plus thing. I bet you whatever NHL system is doing is better than way better than what the NBA is doing with their league pass. To be honest with you, the one with the free labor with miners doing all the work for us. Oh God. Don't you want to work with a boiler? Where's my PlayStation? Oh my God. I heard American Samoa is the worst soccer team in national football. This is depressing. Ted Lasso would never coach minority. I'm joking. I heard Ted Lasso canceled after like 2 seasons, or I guess they just I think they just wrapped the bow as much as they could. I've been on the hand of night. Hold on. We have the most penalty riddled red zone touchdown drive ever. Next to that Chiefs and Raiders game from like what, 2018 or 2019. Well, here we go, guys. We're here to kick off the second half of football for the Jets and Chargers, and the Jets will get back the ball here in the start of kickoff. Sub 500 attempt would be for both teams if the Chargers won. That could still etch them over second best in the division.
Talk about this offense. There's not much to be happy with so far after a half of play for the New York Jets. Whatever they figured out or try to figure out at halftime, it's got to get a lot.
They need to figure out everything over on halftime, bro.
The law of averages would say it would be at least a little bit better. I think they've got to lean into Brees Hall a little bit. I really do. I mean,
they've been leaning over to Brees Hall. They haven't been able to move the ball as much. Single back formation for Zach Wilson. Play action fake over the backfield. Pressure's coming over the defense. Wilson will scramble, but find a man. First down for Garrett Wilson and Moore. Shades over one tackle, trying to go out of bounds. It's going to be at the 40, an actual good passing game, and that will push the chains for a first down. And that's been the largest pass of the game for Zach Wilson, a 31-yard pass to Garrett Wilson. Wilson to Wilson connection. It's not a tag team, but it is a great duo, I think. That'll be 41 passing yards, receiving yards for Garrett Wilson if it wasn't for the loose ball. Oh, spin move over Brees Hall, over the backfield. What could have been a loss of yards turned into a gain of 4. Garrett Wilson, he's posted up, beats 2 defenders. Could have been over in the post route. Alan Lazard was there for the extra block. A gain of 2 there. 2nd and 8 now. Drops back for Wilson. With some time on his hands. Over the curl, he found CJ Uzomah. First down for the Jets. Let's go. First half, it looks like the prep time for the Jets are finally moving down the chains. Their second first down in this drive. I can hack it. I better not make that a catchphrase. Quick RPO to Wilson. Still trying to hold that off the single arm over the carry of gaining of 4. And that's going to be a gain of 5. Second down now for the Jets. 46 receiving yards now for Garrett Wilson.
Outstanding route runner. Everything about him you love. You love the way that he competes. And I really feel for this young man coming into the year and the expectations to be playing alongside the Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers, soon to be when he retires anyway, and then to be right back 4 plays later into that situation where he was a year ago and hasn't really been able to showcase all that he's capable of doing. But I'm a huge fan of his and how he plays the game and what he's capable of.
Over on the huddle, 2nd and 5 over Garrett Wilson. That's caught 2 receptions right now, 1 for over 30, 1 for over 5. 2nd and 5 now here. Quick read off the play action fake, and it's caught. Conklin gets the first down. Yo, what's going on? The Jets are in great scoring position. Now they're at the Chargers 13, a chance to move the chains. It's a draw for Brees Hall, and he'll gain like 2.
Substitute that if the Chargers decide to do that, they can as well. They're not. But they ran Taylor out there on the field to try to match up with personnel. Personnel here is three tight ends. Garrett Wilson out wide to the right.
Single back formation. Garrett Wilson's the only wide out. Could be a play action.
Wilson
Oh, but he'll get consumed by the defense.
goes, and Khalil Mack was there for the Chargers.
Khalil Mack is right there to signal his first sack of the game.
Joey Pelotu with pressure as well. Yeah, right off
Pelotu, but here's
to Zach Taylor.
Pelotu edging out the guard. A blatant hold, but Khalil Mack was there to just get through the gap and get a massive stop on Zach Wilson's momentum.
Getting the ball down the field, but at the same time recognizing that this offensive line, they've got those issues because of all the changes that have had to be made.
Drops back. Wilson. Oh, thought he had time on his hands, but he'll get again wrapped up by three Chargers defenders with Joey Bosa in the stronghold. A 3-and-out in good field position for the Jets. And Zach Wilson takes his second straight sack of the possession. Not where you win the end off of a good positive drive to open up the first half, man. Come on. Say it ain't so. I got time. I can give it to.
He's been there in the backfield with Zach Wilson a good part of this night.
If it wasn't Bosa, you had to worry about. You also got to worry about Lupelotu and freaking Khalil Mack, man. What is wrong with this team? Greg Zerline's back.
6-yard field goal try by Zerline.
Where it's okay to get a field goal kicker that's as old as his career average.
47 now 46. He's missed only once this season. Zach Wilson was 4 for 4 on that possession, and then the pass rush got to him. Time ran out.
You think all the momentum, and Wilson was actually passing very well, getting great reads to Uzma. He was getting the tight end more involved. Garrett Wilson was used a lot more in the drive. Hopefully the Jets keep up the same momentum, but oh my God. Getting a lot of Black Friday deals, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait for Thanksgiving. See, look, I'm already seeing Christmas-inspired advertising, Christmas-inspired movies. We don't give a shit. I'm not saying it's not bad to be excited about Christmas, guys, but that's a bit disrespectful. I guess if it's well, I'm guessing if it's freaking American, if it's based on American history, I can understand. Next Goal Wins is a movie with the American Samoan team. We're gonna have Oil Miss. That's number 10 in the country after just dominating against Georgia. That's number 5. Did Georgia lose? Georgia lost last Saturday. Oh boy. Now we're back after commercial break. Field goal off Greg Zerline. That's been the highest points gainer for the Jets, sadly, all season. Down by 11 again to give it back. This time, kickoff to the Chargers. And here it is. touch back over the Jets' own end zone. What the hell is that? Oh, that's the Jets sound effect interrupting her.
Yeah, it's a tall task for an
Yeah, it's a
offensive
tall
line.
task, but that's their job.
Shuffled and shuffled again against the
Motions right and shift over on the tight end and nickel. Keenan Allen's motioning off wheel. A draw over to Eckler, and it's going to be a gain of at least 3 off the gain.
Austin Eckler on first down gets 3. Well, they're trying to get this running game going a little bit. I mentioned earlier in this game that with Josh Palmer out of the lineup, what exactly were they going to try to do offensively? And
Where the hell is my
they use
phone?
a fair amount of 2 tight ends as it is coming into this game. They've been real heavy in this game, and they also picked up Nick Vanette, and they're hopeful that he's going to be able to allow them to get that running game going better.
And here comes, quick RPO off the screen pass. Keenan Allen, he'll get wrapped up by Mosley.
Is able to cross the 30 to the 31, got 3, where C.J. Mosley got his way through a couple of bodies and made the stop. Third down coming up.
Best of Rock 2004 might earn a regular spot. Year playlist. Oh, wow. Motions up 3rd and 3 now. Jets trying to retain possession after a good offensive drive that only got them a field goal. Average of 91 positive yards alone in the gun for Justin Herbert. Give him a multitude of options, but ball is incomplete. Popped up off the collision. Sauce Gardner clutches it again off 3 and out. Sauce Gardner is still clutching it down off 3 and outs. You can see Eckler. He's pressing off the read. He knew to be the primary short option and pops it off his hands after nearly about to move with it. Oh, ball already slips, and Gardner makes sure it's secure enough to leave his hands. Punt return for the Jets. What? Xavier Gibson dives over for that reception, but he's downed off contact. Do we really need? Is that music really necessary after Gardner clutches down the 3rd down conversion? Guys, stop it. Let's just put down some urban music for him. He likes that. He likes that, right? He likes that. And guys, why are you nodding your heads? Why are you nodding your heads? Am I a bad person? I'm exaggerating, obviously, but then, just the music. Come on. Just make sure it's urban. We're under commercial break again.
New York City from above, there's no comparison. That's the second season of NYC Review.
I remember when I was off mime. 17 bucks for 3 pairs of socks, New Balance. Oh, nope. Well, it's back over to the Jets' position after this commercial break. Somebody just pulled up with a Troy Aikman jersey, I guess, because they know he's on commentary or something. And somebody pulls up with a Thanos gear for Chargers. Our win is inevitable.
From the 31, first down for the Jets.
Single back over to the handoff back, Brees. And Brees Hall breaks over two defenders and he'll get knocked up by Gilman. And the call's probably a holding. And it is. And holding over Ellen Lazard.
Alan Lazard is known as one of the best blocking receivers in the game, and this time he is guilty of a hold on that carry by Brees Hall. Yeah, he's had right here's the hold. He's had a couple penalties tonight. Sante Samuel is who, number 26, is who he was grabbing. So, yeah, a nice game.
Over the gun. An 8-yard penalty after Alan Lazard messed it up. Drops back over the midfield. It's caught. Garrett Wilson has been an absolute game changer so far to still keep this somewhat close.
Well, that's a great job because Nick Williams got that interior pressure right on Zach Wilson, and he hangs in there, and he got this ball out about as quick as he has all night long, and he had to because he had such interior pressure.
The pressure off the man. They obviously are setting on a 5-man. Play action. Oh, trying to get some footwork, but he'll break over the tackle. Wilson with still a chance to throw. Oh, can it to give it to Uzama, and that's going to be incomplete. Wilson, he got through the defender, just misread to Uzma. Could have got a first down if he just gave a more accurate pass down the gut. What a great play by Wilson. Look at this. Haas, whoop, gets through Khalil Mack. You know how rare that is. And throws a great pass. Trying to catch it over with the one hand. Sometimes it's better to just do it with two, CJ. Getting pressured, and it looks like we got a delay of game penalty on the New York Jets.
And they're going to give the sideline a timeout. So they're going to pick up the flag.
Oh, wait. 30 seconds?
When you take on the Chargers and their defense, you got to worry.
They were calling over the delay of game. I guess they were too late to call for the timeout.
Yeah, these guys are awfully good. And even tonight, they're getting some of the interior pressure. But Bosa and Mack, those guys have been doing it really all season long. Although Bosa's been banged up. He comes back last week, comes off a huge game against Chicago, and he's had his presence felt again tonight. And then when they compare him with the rookie Drew Pelotu, I mean, they've really got themselves something. They've been
averaging with 5.5 average over in the sack. Khalil's been 8. He even had like a total of 6 in one game, or a total of 4. Drops back. Wilson over the lob. Nearly intercepted over the deflection. There is going to be a flag on the field after trying to find Conklin over the deep ball. And a defensive pass interference, a costly call. You see right there, Conklin shedding over the block. And you see Derwin James getting too handsy over on the jersey. And that costs, that's now a sacrificial play. Jets will continue their drive.
So they're able to overcome the holding penalty on Alan Lazard to start this drive and get a new set of downs here with the penalty on
7.5.
15-yard penalty and a first down at midfield.
Under 7.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Quick fake off the Jets sweep for a draw to barely a gain of 2. Defense well read that. Remember, try to subscribe to the channel, guys. Follow up. Shout out to the guest that was just here today, John J. I got 2 channels that you guys should subscribe to. Drops it back over the curl. It's going to get caught. Malik Taylor will get a gain off the third down.
First catch for Malik Taylor, former Green Bay Packer and one of a few on the outside for the New York Jets with Randall Cobb and Alan Lazard. Another one-on-one down here with Garrett Wilson.
Off the draw.
And Brees Hall is wrapped up by Tui Pelotu. A gain of 1.
Into Pelotu. It's a clutch stop over on 3 and out.
I'm sure he instructed Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator, before that third down play that, hey, we've got 2 downs to pick this up.
Still on the Chargers side of the ball. And, oh, wait. The Jets fans are still revving it up here. 4th and 1. They will go for it. To extend over to a halfback, a sneak play. Brees Hall will get the first down. And the drive is still alive for the New York Jets. They're over their opponent's side of the ball off a 4th and short. They'll risk it for the biscuit, and it goes up, benefiting for the Jets to continue their offensive possession.
Can they continue with this drive? They still got a long way to go, but can they punch it in for a touchdown and not have to continue once again relying on Greg Zuerlein for the 3 points? That time the Jets have been in Chargers territory.
And here comes single back. He'll hand it out to Dalvin Cook. And it'll be a gain of 4.
Four-time Pro Bowl running back. Went on 4 straight years with over 1,100 yards rushing. It's hard to get into a rhythm. I mean, you're barely playing. You're barely getting the ball. He gets 1 carry, he comes back out. That's part of the frustration, no doubt. And he was the featured guy, of course, throughout his career. He knew what the situation was.
Yeah, this is an all-pro running back, and they'll use him frequently. Go back to Brees, and he can just edge out the yardage, give Brees a bit of a rest. Now it's a handoff to Brees Hall. Gets over the gain. That's going to be a gain of at least 3.
Have been good against the run, and this year they've been real good, and yet because of the way that the Jets are built, it just feels like, okay, they've got a little something going now. It's 3rd down, much like before they picked up that last first down. It's 3rd and a couple, and you've got 2 downs to pick this up.
Here comes the handoff. And there's already a flag on the field now over the Chargers ball. Jeremy Ruckert, offensive lineman. Oh, no, that's the tight end. Ruckert comes. He flinched all over the snap, and that will now be a false start all over the offense. Obviously, the frustration comes off the quarterback, knowing that the play is dead, and now you lose yardage. 3rd and 8 now for the Jets. If they at least come short, pause. If they at least get short near the first down line, will they still go for it? Wraps up around the... Oh, my God. Joey Bosa literally still grabs him while the blocker was getting to him, bro. Oh, my God. Kid with a shiesty on? I'm kidding. It's probably cold. Edges out over the tackle, and he still had 1 arm open to even still shade off the blocker, so it won't even count as a holding penalty while he's still getting blocked, and grabs onto the shoulder pad of Zach Wilson. And you know how frustrating it has to be for the offensive lineman to try to handle Bosa. And here comes the punt return. And it'll be getting back over the Chargers, probably short, and they'll fair catch it at the 11. The frustration continues for the offensive side of the ball for the New York Jets. They are yet to score a touchdown with under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Imagine you just change your fan base all because, oh my God, you see him love kids and he's a dog lover. DiVincenzo, he'll kick out. Ooh, back to DiVincenzo, bang! Why do we still have Fournier? James Harden's wearing his newer shoes. Yikes. I mean, they'll come to a yikes, but I saw a lot of young people wearing the recent Harden shoes. And he debuted against the New York Knicks. Hey, oh my goodness. DiVincenzo, offensive rebound, picks it up, kicks it out, back to him 3. I just love the way we play. We always get good hustle makers. And the Knicks upset the Los Angeles Clippers 111-97 on the road. I'm so sorry. They're showing me a man with no bottom half dropping threes from behind the arc while there's no excuse. Oh my God. How? I just feel I'm not saying that he shouldn't be trying and he's working very hard. I believe in him. There is no way outlet passes. How's he going to cut? It should be so easy to just cherry pick from this guy. And yet we just let him shoot from behind the arc like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just terrible. I don't want to be terrible, but that's how it is. Why did they give a kid wearing Eagles clothes? Yo, that's terrible. Yo, that's absolutely awful. Yo, that's absolutely awful. These guys are terrible. And here comes the Quincy and Quentin Williams duo. Of course, myself and my brother are doing amazing work. He'll edge out over in the linebacking core, get a good wrap up over on Austin Eckler. Then he shades off the nose and just well done combos. It's the defensive front just getting most of the highlights over the offense. Sure, great offensive drives, but they can't compensate off third down conversions. It's terrible how the defense is just trying to carry over the load and still hold them over to 17. And look at that. Quentin Johnson couldn't barely get a positive yardage right there. Great work by the defense, not letting them go through the line of scrimmage. Third down now for Quentin Williams. That last led second among defensive tackles and sacks this season. And Justin Herbert will scramble for a first down pass of 23. Will get stopped at the 25. First down. The drive will continue with under 2 minutes to spare left in the third quarter. And Justin Herbert's still trying to hold over his team. Respect the adversity, man, but I wouldn't risk it. But I understand he probably still has a lot of confidence in himself. And hell, if it ain't the throwing hand, he's still going to play. All the respect in the world for Herbert, man, but hopefully he doesn't get himself hurt again. Drops back. Herbert with some time on his hands. He'll pump fake, and the defense will come. Ball's loose. but still recovered by Herbert in the last seconds. Clemens was coming to try to reach over for the forced fumble. The defense comes right on time. Solomon Thomas with a clutch stop. Solomon Thomas has been somewhat of a journeyman in the NFL, guys. And he now nearly got a fumble recovery over the defensive stop. Keenan Allen gets over the stop. Clock runs with 30 seconds left of prep time. $10 to spare. 3 of 8 off third down conversions. With 1 second left to die over the clock, we're heading over to the fourth quarter. Not enough time. And we're heading over to the fourth quarter to close up. Still down by, oh my God, just frustration offensive on the offensive side of the ball for the Jets. Robert Saleh visibly upset. You could see it off his physical, off his physical gestures, man. He's obviously not satisfied. Now we're still in a commercial break. Heading over to the fourth quarter, guys. Has been not much over a hard-fought game. We've remained scoreless. I think the Chargers have remained scoreless, other than the extra point made over by Greg Zuerlein over the first offensive drive. So the Jets have scored, but it hasn't still, accumulated to any positive points that still edges them out under double digits. Like, it's still disappointing the way the Jets are playing. I'm not trying to arch my neck. Hold on. But they're bringing back Ragnarok in theaters again? Julius Randle dropped 27 with 10 rebounds and a double-double performance against James Harden. Is this James Harden's debut with the Clippers, by the way? Career 5,000 points over RJ Barrett. I don't think I saw him play against Milwaukee, by the way. And that's a way more important game. And now we're back at the start of the first. Third down now. The energy's in the air. Still, total offense has been lesser. Motions off Kelly. 3 wideout situation now. And it's caught. First down. And Johnston gets the first down. Quentin Johnston continues the drive for the Los Angeles Chargers. Oh my God. Ocean's right. To the opposite side, Eckler comes off the flat. Ball gets deflected. John Franklin Myers gets a second pass deflection off the pocket, reading the flats. No Eckler was going to motion. Great work by Myers off his field of view, and it could have. Mosley was trying to make sure the deflection didn't still get caught off Eckler getting pushed out of the way. And I guess that would count as a loose ball, not a defensive pass interference. John Frankenmeyer gets two pass deflections with two tackles tonight with a sack. And a toss play back to Austin Eckler. Down the sidelines through the 40. He'll pass. Third and short. We got some Stranger Things content for Fortnite if you guys are fans. And Keenan Allen will get his fourth completion of the night. Second half, Keenan Allen's been in his bag. Forge a new way to play. What, with the PlayStation Pro? I heard it's just going to be 8K, so the visual update's going to be a thing. But I still can't get good visuals on the PlayStation. So what's the point? First down now. And it's a handoff back over to Eckler for a gain of 5. Oh, we got a new Hot Wheels game. And I guess NBA 2K, their Kobe version's on sale, but not the actual version if you just want to play the freaking basketball game and not my team. And you'll just be paying full price again. Oh, hell no. Hell no. I'll wait until it gets Black Friday so I can get it, I guess. And here comes the handoff. And Quentin Johnston, though, they'll get a clutch stop off 3rd and 4. He gets a good cut off the... Oh, and he'll take him down low. Kelly gets edged up, not going for the hurdle there. And Tyler Adams gets a clutch stop, 3rd and 4 now. 3 for 3 off third downs this drive has been the LA Chargers. Drops it back as Herbert. Will it continue? Undefended. Keenan Allen off a stumbling deep ball. First down again for the Chargers. What is going on? What a catch off the one hand. Collects himself, and he still gains it for the first down. Play action. Rotates out through the pressure. Herbert tries to scramble. It looks like he got sacked, but Huff, and it looks like he slid after trying to collect himself. Unbelievable grab by Keenan Allen, man. Play action fake for the second time over the drive. Hits over for the flats, and it goes nowhere for Darius Davis. Off 3rd down, they've been 4 for 4 off 3rd down conversions. The LA Chargers. Seriously, why even get it if you're gonna pay full price for the ultimate edition of 2K, guys? You get 100K on 2K with 15K on my team points. Then you get a boost in skill points, 2-hour double XP coins. Then it could be Bryant Sapphire card. Like, what really you need that for? What do you really need that for? You know what? I'll talk about this later. In the gun, 3rd and 13, with some time on his hands. Pressure's coming. Herbert scrambles. exits the pocket, rolls out of his left, scrambles down the sidelines, will miss a defender, but he's short of a first down and finally gets a 3-and-out. Can find a target. What's a Hall of Fame pass? Takes your my career, my team experience to the next level. Pass includes every in pro season. Oh, you get the battle pass rewards and stuff. You get 15K VC as well. Yeah, guys. I would say like tread lightly on something that's 157 gigs. 38-yard field goal to extend it out to 20-6. Down by 14 on the New York Jets with under 10 minutes left to spare in the fourth quarter. Highlight of the day was that outstanding catch over Keenan Allen over their previous third down conversion. Oh man. Sadly, there'll be no Thursday night stream. We'll be working late night still, but I'll be available probably around the birthday stream or not because I want to spend time with family and friends. But I'll be probably available for Sunday night. That I can guarantee. Now we're under commercial break for the last 10 minutes. Hopefully, the Jets can compensate over their two scores. I don't want to say they've been undisciplined, but something like they've been just very inconsistent over their possessions, and it cost them a lot of chances to at least exceed to 14 points. That I can accept, but but they're still below 10, man. They're still below 10. It's just weak football playing being played right now for the New York Jets. We got college hoops back. Louisiana Monroe versus number 7 Houston in the country. Houston's been very exceptional. They've been even been favorites in the tournaments now. North Carolina Central versus Kansas as number 1 in the country. And then we got Tennessee facing off against Tennessee Tech. Was that supposed to be an illustration of Donovan Mitchell making it to the Phoenix Suns? Oh God, the Lakers lost to the Miami Heat. Oh, he broke the 10,000 record. Yeah, he was 953 in the start of the second half to get it. So exceeded that. Congratulations to Keenan Allen breaking 10,000 total receiving yards. And he could be possibly closing up with a win too to put a nice little bow into a career plateau for him. Here comes Wilson dropping back over the deep ball. He's yet to throw an interception, but he will get an incomplete pass, overthrowing the read to Garrett Wilson. And he handed it over to his mother. Wilson over the ball. hits an out route to Garrett, and he will get a first down over Asante Samuels talking some mess to him, and the referee's trying to break it up. There's been there's been scenes of a bit of back talk between when Brees Hall was talking with some of the defense and Garrett Wilson. Asante Samuel obviously trying to get to the head of Garrett Wilson. 10 targets, only 6 receptions made, over 71 total passing yards. It's been a slower day for Zach Wilson off the previous drive here in the second half than he did. Oh, breaks over Brees Hall, spins out, and he will get it. But there's a flag on the play. What's it on? Oh, no. Come on. A shoddy illegal block to the back, and that will cost a great play by Brees Hall. And it's off Garrett Wilson, and you see why, and he gets his back and forth again with Asante Samuel trying to get a stop over on Brees Hall, and you see the back talk backfired again. Garrett Wilson, that was all emotion. That's why. You know he wanted to get his get back on Asante Samuel, and that cost a possession off the New York Jets. Undisciplined. Drops it back. A bit of interruption you saw right there off the edge, disrupting the windup over Zach Wilson. That's going to be incomplete. Well, at least I'll see a lot more throws from over 30 yards and checkdowns. Uzma. Oh no, that's Conklin. He'll get a game, a third down now. Wilson now up the gun. Over in the backfield, Brees gets shooken up, needs to find a receiving target, but the defense creeps up on him and gets a sack all the way at the 15, clutching it up. To the loop do. Doot to the loop do gets a sack. Doot doot. What a play by the 3 key defensive players. And look at this. Doot to loop do. He's been playing over edge as well. Now he presses up over in the tackle. He sneaks in. And he gets a great wrap up on Zach Wilson. Unlike your father. What a play. Oh my god. Just great defensive work by Khalil Mack. Dude, uh, they got 2 forced fumbles. They have no interceptions, but they have been doing well. Just pressuring over the quarterback a lot, slowing down over the edge, nearly a loose ball, dropping it over the punt return, and sadly, it's still gonna be Chargers football again. Be humble. Sit down. Bitch, I said sit down. Sorry ass. There we go. Of course, the Marvels movie is going to bomb. I mean, do so well. Everybody's going to love the Marvel movies. We got 3. We got a woman of color, a woman of Muslim descent, and a white woman. I mean, a powerful, strong woman protagonist for our Marvels movie that obviously everybody cares about. Oh man, just poor football being played tonight, guys. Remember, subscribe over to the channel if you want to see more commentary like this. We'll even get further wrestling content up. Uh, Probably a reaction over the 100 reasons uh AEW is struggling. We'll probably get a reactive video on that. Probably not that far from now, because a lot of the takes I agree on will probably explicit why on dialogue, why he made some good points. Get your titanium ultraviolet shock protective. Also no water. Not weak from water phone. Six and a half under over 6.5 remaining here. 1st and 10 over the Jets, just punting the ball, punting the ball. I've seen Greg Zerline than I've seen Zach Wilson. I've seen their punter more than I've seen Zach Wilson. And now they creeped up after being down over less total offense for a majority of the game. Jets were doing great work in the early part of the second half, and then they just didn't capitalize, only totaling over 3 points this entire half. Just poor football being played by the New York Jets. That's when Nathaniel Hackett got to get the sack later. And I don't mean get hit, I mean get fired. Touch play over to Austin Eckler. Shades out of two defenders. He'll be stopped at the 30 for a gain of 2. 3rd down for the Los Angeles Chargers. Tyler Adams is coming back after he got a great tackle for loss last play.
The two teams have combined for 14 punts and 1 offensive touchdown. Yeah, and so for Justin Herbert, just knowing
three of 14 out of the 7 when they made 4 straight 3rd down conversions.
I'm not surprised by this call. They tossed to Eckler.
And Eckler will be stopped near the line of scrimmage, but he will gain at least 1. 4th down again. God, I got to see another punt. God damn it, man. If somebody, I'd rather they just blow them out of the water instead of just punt after punt after punt after field goal.
They have only 2 left, and they'll be under 5 minutes to play down 14. Well, I don't know. I like that.
And there's only 2 total touchdowns scored today. The rest is just field goals.
Run the clock, and I think that's. I think that was smart on his part, knowing the way the game has gone.
J.K. Scott will be back to punt it back.
And help them out.
That's where you'll see J.K. Scott more than you'll see your long-distance girlfriend, guys. This is how poor this game has been.
Darrell Revis honored here tonight. Back with that after this.
Thanksgiving. Are you kidding me? It's a freaking pilgrim with a Hackett. It's literally a pilgrim with an axe. But it's Thanksgiving, so we'll try to keep the horror momentum while everything's going to be family-friendly movies. Are you kidding me? We'll be in Frankfurt in Germany. Are you kidding me? It's going to be Colts, Patriots. At least we have no excuse to watch that. At least we have an excuse not to watch that game. Probably the last like 5 minutes, and the Chargers have been barely moving the ball as in the field goal. They had their best offensive drive like a couple of minutes before we closed out over the third quarter. Of course, forgetting the shameless advertising already compensated from every other company. And here comes and here comes
Dolphins Jets Monday Night Football. Legendary cornerback picked off Matt Moore twice. Ran one back.
oh wow, Matt Moore. Haven't heard that name in a long time. Yes, Matt Moore was the starting quarterback for the Dolphins for I think like 2 seasons. He gets a Hall of Fame ring. Congratulations, well deserved by Darrell Revis, Super Bowl winner. Not for the New York Jets, by the way. If anybody's, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Drops back. Wilson over the end route. And there's Alan Lazard with the first down. Could have continued over the drive too if it wasn't for Garrett Wilson acting like an idiot. All because Asante Samuel got him mad. Because you know that was a get back play, but it costed him yards. 4 minutes to spare left for the Jets try to make this a difference. They can put this at least to a one-score game. Oh, Garrett Wilson, he tried to juke out over the secondary, and he'll get the gain, second and short now. And Eric Kendricks, former linebacker for the Vikings.
The chains moved, and now they're moving them back.
And they'll recall it. I guess they're trying to think it's not a first down. And they'll recall like 1.5 yards over the call, making sure it's not a first.
The ball just shy of midfield.
Up the gun. Shades off Brees. He's coming off the curl. Probably a target. Ball gets deflected. And it's knocked away, recovered by the Chargers. And here comes a flag on the call. But look. And Gilman will dive to the end zone. Will it be called for a touchdown? What's the flag going to be on after a possible forced fumble over the throw from Wilson?
Now they're saying Gilman went out at the 2. Khalil Mack knocked it out.
But what's the call on?
And we'll have to wait for
it was beforehand. Chargers are already celebrating over in the end zone before the call has been made. And let's go over back. Tipman, Khalil Mack gets the strip before the windup, before the throw has been made. So it's a forced fumble. So it will still be Gilman stopped at the 2.
Inside the 2, and let's take a look at the end of the play.
And he did slid out of bounds with his foot after diving near the end zone over to the corner, trying to recover over the ball. So sadly, a forced fumble recovery touchdown, but still in great field position to extend this lead back to 3 scores. Is the Los Angeles Chargers with 3.5 remaining.
Khalil Mack has been working over Billy Turner over there at right tackle, and he makes a big play there. They put the ball at the 2. Now, yeah, it looked to me like it was at the 1, like you said. Whereas that's Khalil Mack's second sack of the game. That is 3 turnovers by the Jets. With under 3.5.
Up the draw. And Eckler will get, oh no. Touchdown. Austin Eckler to etch this out by 20.
As the Chargers have blown it open
Touchdown. Oh my god, yo, come on.
Yeah,
It,
we talk about Aaron Rodgers and
it
whether or not
counts?
he's going to be able to come back and play. I know we're at the midpoint of the season, but this was a big game for two teams that are
Yeah, Rodgers versus Herbert. Now we got fucking Wilson versus Herbert.
if they even get in as a wild card team,
And both teams can itch out to be desperate wild card teams to get knocked out. Oh, it doinks! But still banks in over, nearly going wide to the left, and it still goes in for Scott. It's good, 27-6. Wilson's still trying to keep the morale, even though they know they suck. I'm only human, after all. That doesn't mean you have to suck every game. I'm sorry. But you won't put the blame. I will, every game. Damn it. Man, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just feel like there's only one purpose over for a drone and then it's completely done. You're better off just giving the kid an action figure. Just give him something he'll consistently play with, to be honest with you. That's just my thing. I mean, that's what I would be satisfied with. I mean, I don't mind. I'm sure some kids always like a drone or a little mini helicopter. I want something that I can just always have in hand and I can just have more creative freedom with that. I'm not saying you can't be having fun with a drone all the time. Just I feel like I can use it sparingly. Like I remember, like it was soon, like it was Christmas, like 19 years old, and I got a drone. Like, what am I gonna do at 19 with a drone, bro? You were better off just giving me a cologne or something. At that point, it looks like we got UFC action advertised. Pozunka versus Piera. So what's that scenario? Oh man, it gives me memories of NBA 2K15 people. If you guys are around my age, around high school, you guys would understand. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. We got West Coast music for freaking a New York home game. And here comes the kickoff back after Austin Eckler's second rushing touchdown that looked a bit iffy. It looked like he got two-step, but his upper body still leaned around the end zone after getting tackled. The ruling moment. Oh, yeah. Toodaloop has been absolutely outstanding. He edges out there off the cross. Good cross. They'll switch up over the wrap-up and just absolutely devastate Zach Wilson. And Khalil Mack can just etch out over the block. And you saw him, a great sack over from Joey Bosa when he was edging out the right tackle, and he still got one arm in there to just take down Zach Wilson. Just great work. That hesitation down the curl while still getting defended was Alan Lazard, and that will crash it into an incomplete pass. Yeah, this game is about to be donezo, guys.
off the PUP list, coming off a knee injury, is out there to get through. So they're resting Mack, they're resting Bosa.
Oh, damn. 7 sacks this season so far for Khalil. And they're resting them for a more important game. No offense. But 2+ sacks for both. 2. Well, and it's going to be Garrett Wilson. He'll get knocked up after nearly trying to get the ball. And it's incomplete. 3rd and 10 now. They still haven't moved the ball.
where do you go offensively from here? I mean, Aaron Rodgers
Yeah,
is so far in the future, and you've got a quarterback who's struggling, an offensive line that's not blocking anybody.
yeah.
No one's
Just
confident in
keep the
Garrett
morale
Wilson,
going,
and Garrett Wilson in
Zach.
space,
Yeah,
and that's it.
motion's right. Garrett Wilson hasn't been that vividly effective, and emotions right. Wilson will just use his legs. You can do that, Aaron. You scrambled before. Yeah, but I threw the ball whenever I ran. Oh my god. Commentary is like, oh my god, Rodgers is gonna be far in the future. Offense is already suck. The defense just can't hard carry every game. Motions off the bunch is set. Is that is Garrett Wilson? He'll give it over to their third string halfback, and it's going to be a gain. First down for the Jets. With under 3 minutes to spare, could they at least try to answer back with a touchdown to at least get themselves up to double digits? Because that's the best they could do right now over a 3-score lead, and they just haven't been compensating. Jets been playing a terrible brand of football. Drops back over the curl, and that's going to be a gain over what look to be 6 yards. Second down now for the Jets. See Sauce Gardner and the frustration continues. Then they get the Las Vegas Raiders that could actually steep them up because they're down by. That will put them at least a game below 500. Then they face the Bills, Dolphins, Falcons. God damn it! Back and forth against division rivals that are top teams in the AFC is insane. That's insane. At least the Raiders can be a bit of a roadblock that can put them around 5-4. But just getting the Dolphins and Bills back to back is insane. And I get it. They can shade off momentum. They did because they did beat the Bills opening week on Monday Night Football. Drops back. Wilson will hit over to the curl, back to their halfback. And there's a flag on the play. Michael Carter is getting a lot more. And now we got a 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down after Dean Leonard. Joey Bosa's back. Oh god. Oh god. Come on, man. They're just trying to edge out over the midfield. They're just making sure that the Chargers just don't allow any positive yardage. Bosa's edging out over the deep ball and over the field and still can't get it over to Taylor, and it's going to be incomplete. Malik Taylor just couldn't get over the deep ball, and it's just poor football being played. The Chargers are obviously going to walk out with a win in their sheet to push them at least sub 500, and in their division, that's the best they could do because they're still edging out second best in the division. That's sad to say. So when the invasion show bombs, and this correlates with the Miss Marvel film, the Miss Marvel show, the WandaVision show, the Invasion show, and of course the Captain Marvel movie that came out like what, the same year as Black Panther. You think that was more successful than Black Panther? Please tell me. Please, I want somebody to tell me. Just want this game to be over at this point, people. I will not be silenced. Misogyny will be shown. Oh, never mind. This is Nazi Germany. God, anything Nazi Germany related. God damn it, everything. Honestly, this is. I'm sorry. This regularly happen. I see this in every commercial. You think women vividly just sit next to one another always with a coffee in hand, and it looks like it's the morning. Do I really visit my friend early in the morning with coffee? Hell no. You know, when I was young and I always see my mom's childhood friend pull up, always with alcohol or something else, any other beverage after the morning, and they'll go over Harden's debut as a Clipper in the Garden with a shocker upset by the New York Knicks. Zach Wilson drops back over the gun. He'll hit over his halfback, and Michael Carter will get the gain for at least 5 off. Third down now with 1.5 remaining here in the game. Vividly upset, Salah has not been very profane about any of the possessions the Jets have had over majority of the game.
He's steaming. He is so hot inside. They're down 5.
Back to Carter again. Jesus Christ, give it to a receiver.
To the ground by Henry.
4th and 5 again. They might go for it just to try to close up and get some points on the board.
We're down 5.
Or they might not just risk it. Oh yeah, they will. 4th and 5. They're already in the Jets. They're already at the Chargers side. Over at the 43, so they don't punt it, even though it's just better off that way. But they'll try to continue the drive. Wilson over the midfield. It's actually caught. Coughlin gets the first down and goal, and this is their first red zone trip for the entire game. Look out. Zach Wilson Nation. You already. Oh my God, look at the empty seats. Oh man, Jets fans already know it was over. A minute to spare. This has been their best drive to date. Over on the corner route, back to Conklin. They'll play it safe, trying to go nearly out of bounds over Conklin. Get sided up in a timeout. The Jets. 46 seconds remaining. I thought that was Bella Thorne for a second. Well, 50 seconds over the timeout. And a way less exciting game. The Bills will mollywop the Broncos next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8:15 in estimation. It's like plus tax. I don't know why they do that. Motions over the backfield, over the shotgun. Wilson with a chance. It's oh my God. CJ Uzma drops it in the end zone. 3rd and goal. God damn it. Good read. And it grounds up a chest pass. Basic, literally undefended. And Uzma just hits over the shoulder pad through his chest and couldn't grab it. Oh, dear Lord. You can see the frustration in the face of Salah and Wilson. And Wilson hit that right to the money. Like your mom. Drops it back. Rolls out. Pressure's coming. And again, Wilson, well done. Trying to escape the pressure. He'll roll out of bounds knowing the defense was coming. 4th down. 4th down. Oh, my God. 4th down. In the red zone. And the Jets are just, again, when they close over the momentum and they have a chance to at least put some numbers on the board, they don't do it. This is just poor football. Poor football by the Jets. And they will. The Jets have accumulated 3 fourth down conversions. At least I think 2 have been successful so far. Here they go over the pocket, and it's caught, but it'll be stopped short. And the 30 seconds left over in the launch time, turnover on downs. Chargers will possibly just get one carry in and close it out. And you see Derwin James prepping in the minority of Chargers fans in attendance, but still supporting. And it's probably a majority right now because I bet the Jets fans beat traffic. Great defensive showcase by the Chargers. Rushing has obviously been the upside. Keenan Allen had an outstanding performance. And they'll spike it to run over the clock with 30 seconds left of rundown. And that will close up a 27-6 game. Oh, hell no. Yeah, get this off my TV screen, bro. Well, that will still fall both teams second in their division. And technically speaking, it could actually edge out pretty dire, knowing that the Jets, literally after gaining a 3-game winning streak and closing up in an overtime thriller against the New York Giants, fell short and couldn't fall over 5 straight. They could have held over their position the second best in the AFC East. But good defensive showcase off Bosa, Lutaloptu. Sorry, Polynesian names are very difficult to pronounce. And of course, Khalil Mack that had an outstanding 2.5 sack performance that can now fall over now 4 for 4. That pushes the Jets third best in the AFC East. And now that they get the division rivals just a week after they face the Raiders, it's not looking very good for the New York Jets, to be honest with you. Chargers, they could still edge out a respectable record now that they're 4 for 4. And out of their 2-game losing streak and just closing up in a good little morale spiker, they're facing off against a good Detroit Lions team. Then they're off to face Green Bay, so they won't really face real competition until they face Baltimore in Week 12, late December. So a lot of prep time to get more realization of their offense. I understand that they're missing a lot of good offensive pieces. That's why we've seen a lot of Eckler reads. They've been hefty over on the deep ball until the second half, and it came up to them scoring points. We're finally getting a late touchdown over on the 4th, and the defense just closed out when Uzuma couldn't even score a goddamn touchdown in the end zone. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Shout out to the guest that was just here, John J. And, oh God, it's terrible. Terrible Jets football again. That's after what happened with the New York Giants. New York football is down in the bottom again. I mean, hopefully temporarily. But yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the day. Have a good rest of the night. That's it for me.